Oscar, start recording. Hold on, let me take that video.
Don't touch me, bro.
Okay,
I'm
ready.
Everyone just calm down.
Start the show.
You just get this time.
Dude, no, you're about to catch your ass, brother.
Okay, when it starts. Wait.
It's already going.
Wait, it's already going?
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, bro, let me get it together.
Okay, well, I didn't know that we were going already. So, welcome to another day of Omega. Two of our people aren't here today, Maybeth and Gavin. So, like Marty was saying, it's just really God today.
Yeah.
They, bro, Marty, and then me. And we have two special guests today. Earlier this week, we were shouting out Timothy Garcia. And now he's here. We spoke him into existence.
Our boy TJ.
We're very...
Follow me on Instagram. This
We
is
worked.
perfect.
We worked hard to get him here today.
Sir.
Okay, and then we have another very special guest, all the way from the swimming pool, Hardy Machuca. I'd like to give him a round of applause.
Are you Aquaman?
Yes.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, so today, you kind of saw it when we were getting like on air, like getting ready. They were arguing very heavily already, and they just barely got here. They were talking about the bond that actually just happened, and okay, I'll let y'all go out.
Okay, I'll give an overview of what the bond wanted to pass.
Okay.
It was gonna attack or give something of all campuses at high school, including the technology building. And now that the Texas legislature passed a new law into effect that the bonds can only affect one building at a time. So now, let's say if we wanted to do something with the high school, we could only affect the main building, B building, the pool, and the gym, or we could only affect one building at a time. So that's one of the big reasons why they want to attack everything. And a lot of different cities, like Fort Stockton, Midland, Bomberay, they had bonds passed because this was the last bond that it could be like a group of things. And like, you go now, TJ.
Oh no, so I understand all of that, right? But my only counter argument to that is, if the bond would have passed and they would have placed it where they were going to be placing it, the only bad thing about that is, think about the people who have to take have to walk to school, have to take the bus to school, all that. They're gonna suffer more from how far it's gonna be, because you think a kid's gonna be able to walk all the way out there? No, brother. They barely walk to their school now.
Yeah.
So
But the bond also brought in money for transportation, which could have included the Suburbans, which could have included the vans, the little more buses, the little buses, the little chiquitito ones.
we have enough buses as it is. They just need to get those buses over there already. Doesn't matter.
Well, exactly. They could meet up. They could have certain places around the school, around the town, so where the buses could pick them up and take them to the place where they were going to build it by Martinez Field.
Okay, so you're saying that they'd have to meet, they'd have to sign up at their school registration, obviously, because how else are you gonna know when they're signed up? The buses gonna be meeting them, or they have to meet the buses?
They have to meet the buses.
Okay, how far is that range? How far is the walking range for the kid?
Well, that's why it depends. Like, okay, think of the map of Pecos, right? Okay, this kid lives right here, and they can meet at the different campuses. Like let's say you live right across the high school, right? And it was easy for you just to walk, but now the high school's not going to be here anymore. It's going to be over there by McDonald's. So there could be a bus picking up people around the high school that would walk to this high school. They could pick them up.
So what I'm hearing is, I could just go get McDonald's whenever I'm hungry.
But that's the thing. We also don't have off campus. So
Yeah.
You'd have to go before school. Also, think about the kids like Armando. They have to come from 45 minutes out of Pecos to school. How would they get the bus there?
Drive the bus to the road, and then.
But where are they meeting up?
Wherever they're picked up from. I'm not sure where Armando. I don't know where Armando lives, but the bus would still pick them up in the same place. But the final destination wouldn't be the high school. It'd be the new high school.
Okay, but with that, the tax is probably gonna go up because gas is gonna be a lot more.
But taxes from the school, from what the school board, they claim the taxes would not have been raised.
Okay, but that's if the oil companies were to stay here. Once the oil companies dip, that raises the taxes on us. Because the whole reason of the bond not causing us any money is because of the oil field. Once oil field leaves.
No, that's incorrect. Because whenever we pass a bond, TJ.
He said, "Hold on, you're wrong."
Whenever we pass a bond, it's something called the red. What's it called, Oscar? The Hood Red law, something like that.
Red
And that
Hood?
basically means, right now, the state of Texas takes away $140 million away from our school and gives it to poorer schools. So where you're coming from, people would rather pay taxes towards a school, like towards our school, right? But the taxes they pay end up getting taken away from our camp district and giving it to a poorer camp district. But whenever we pass this bond, the taxes that we pay, like I or my parents pay, the taxes will be going to our district and our schools, and not a different school.
I ain't gonna lie, I have no idea what you just said. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to see something else.
Okay,
I love
TJ,
you.
right now with the Red Hood Act, the Robin Hood Act, the schools, the state, Austin, takes away money from our school district.
Okay.
Right now it's $140 million. They take away from our district and give it to poorer school districts around the
We
state.
don't have anything.
And that takes away from us. But whenever we are into a bond, the state sees it as, oh, like if we were to pass a $356 million bond.
Oh, okay, because I think I know what you're, because, what was it? Because I remember hearing it on the radio when I was driving with I think it was my dad. But like, if the bond gets passed, like, we kind of go into like a debt.
Yeah.
And then we start getting that money for us to like back. I think that's what I heard. But like basically, if the bond is passed, we go into debt, but we'll earn that money.
So like the taxes will be.
So the
like,
state will see PBT ISD as $356 million in debt.
Okay.
And they'll allow us to keep that $140 million along with all the taxes that the people in this vicinity in the district pay. We'll be able to keep all that.
We just got intel also to help us on this information, to help you understand a little bit more. That we receive the taxes from the oil companies, not the oil that they receive. So when the oil
talking about the oil they receive, I was talking about the actual company.
the company is getting the oil, okay, if they leave, because it's because there's a drought or something here, right? Okay, well, so if they leave, they still own the land belongs to them, so they still have to pay taxes on it, so either way they have to pay, because it's their land, they have to pay for it.
Okay.
Do you understand it? Like what he was saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
you looked a little confused.
I read the board. I'm good.
Okay. So what else do you have? Like, okay, I see where people were coming from, that it wasn't gonna be like it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be this and that. But like what I said earlier was that what I said earlier was that now we have to pass bonds with each individual building. So that now we can't affect all the district all in once. We have to affect Bessie Haynes, or we have to only affect Crockett or main building, you know?
But in this previous bond, are we just gonna be affecting Pecos High School?
We're gonna be affecting every campus. We're gonna be affecting the
See, I didn't
Pecos
know that.
kindergarten, the daycare center where my tia works at, Christian's mom works at, Austin, Bessie Haynes, Crockett, Pecos High School. They were gonna tear down Bessie Haynes and build a brand new campus for Bessie Haynes, because you know Bessie Haynes is not a very good campus.
It's really ugly.
And then they were gonna add more to Austin, and Austin Elementary was gonna become the Pecos kindergarten. Pecos kindergarten was gonna become the daycare center. Crockett is gonna go to school now, and they were gonna build a new building over here in the parking lot.
Okay.
And then high school would of course be moved to the new high school.
And then how long would all this have taken?
They said projected was supposed to be done 2023.
What's your perspective on it, Monty? How do you feel about it? Did you think it would have been good or bad for us to have?
There's like pros and cons. I feel like, yeah, a lot of what you said was like good, that it would help us like a lot.
And like I see,
Anything you want to say?
I mean, like, it sounds good, but like, it's just gonna be like another, like, how do I explain this? It's just gonna end up like how it is, like here, like after a bit, it's just gonna, like, yeah, it's good, but like, is it really like worth all the money? Like,
Were the 4 buses really worth all the money?
That's kind of I was like thinking, like, because me personally, I don't, like, I'm not for or against it, but I can like have like different opinions for
Yeah.
each side,
Like-
you know?
Yeah.
Because
Like to me, like how I kind of feel is like, why like don't we, like, not exactly like y'all can build a new school, but like I would rather you get us better equipment.
Yeah.
That's the one. Better equipment.
Like
is what's
we don't
needed,
need
not
a better
whole
school. We need better equipment. All the like
Well,
the
I
stuff
mean,
we have
we kind
here.
of do need better schools. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like
Well, it's not not gonna be a better school.
I
It's
mean,
just
I
gonna be a
think
new
I think the school
Like-
district does provide us with good equipment. Like, you know, we got last freshman year we got new Chromebooks, we got new the ones, the touch ones that the math and science department have. You know?
Like yeah,
Have
but
you
like
seen
but
the-
like to be fair, it's not the problem with like the equipment's bad. It's just people don't know how to take care of it.
yeah. Did you see what
Yeah.
it was gonna look
Yeah.
like? What they had the schools are gonna look like. The issue that I had, it looked like like more of like a mall or like more of
Uh-huh.
Like
something
like
you
it
would-
was big.
like something you would go in like for entertainment purposes. It didn't look like a school, and then they didn't show us any classrooms. They just showed us like the
They just showed
the
us
gyms.
the eye candy.
Yeah, they showed us the gyms, the swimming pools, the parking lots, like just like different
Yeah.
parts,
Mm.
but they
Yeah.
didn't show us the
The
room.
Starbucks.
They showed us the Starbucks. Like, it looked like a mall, and like that's the thing. Like, that's cool and all, but like, with they're
I see it as a
taking.
mall. I see it as a college, actual college campus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not showing me a mall. It's showing me an actual
I'm
college
not
campus.
saying it looked like a mall. I'm just saying like it didn't really look like a school.
Like it looked too like grandiose and like
Yeah,
big.
and like, and people are saying, well, like that's how other schools look like, but
No.
that's
No,
that's not
because,
how other
like,
schools look like.
Maybe.
Odessa
We're
and like
colleges, but we're not a college.
Yeah, we're a high school.
We're a high school. I don't think we should have any of those like extra benefits until we're actually in college. But that's just how I saw it and how I feel.
And I see where y'all were coming
But
from.
I
with-
mean, that would be cool.
And then, like,
it would be cool.
and then,
but
like,
It'd be cool,
and
but none of
then,
the
like,
kids
the
are
thing-
responsible enough to take care of
Yeah.
it.
like we
So-
can't even
Exactly.
handle like what we have right now, but we don't take any of it for granted.
I know.
And we don't like see
that
like.
would have been
Well,
the
that's where it's
new.
at.
That would have been
I
Pecos
don't know if y'all
Elementary
can
now.
see that, but like it just looks like
Interesting. That was okay.
And like I see where y'all were coming from. That it would have been like, you know, something that we didn't need. That, you know, but that was our only choice. Like y'all say this our school smells like crap, right? Because
Yeah.
it smelled before, right? And like now, like when are you supposed to say no to like something new because what, it was too big, and now you're gonna deal with something that
I
smells.
just-
Well, the way I see it,
they could have spread it out.
hold on, hold on, hold
different.
on. Look at our cafeteria and look at middle school cafeteria. How long did it take for both of those to get built?
like
They started around the same time. It took almost 2 years. They're projecting to be by 2023. This is. Do we have any information on how many like anchors is going to?
They would have had different architects and different construction companies, because the construction company, I believe, that is contracted with the school is West Texas Construction. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's
And those are all the signs, and those are all the signs that you'll see around around all the campuses, and that's something local. But this, they have different architects and different construction people for each of the campus buildings, so it wouldn't have been the same ones that is contracted with PBTIC right now.
Look how huge this one
I
is.
know, dude.
Oh,
That's a.
But okay,
This is
and then that's the
big.
thing though. Like it's huge. Where are they gonna get the teachers?
We barely have enough.
we
I
teachers.
know we
barely
barely
have
have enough
enough
teachers. Like in my environmental science and my English class, we're barely getting teachers, and like we're at the
Okay.
end of the first
But
semester.
I heard with that.
Look at
like,
it this way.
A lot of people like, since no one wants to come and teach here because our schools are like.
Yeah, like they're gonna, the
Oh.
You know?
teachers are gonna be applying like, okay, I'm gonna apply
Oh
to Pecos
yeah.
High School as
If
a
I was
teacher.
if I was
Look
a
at that
registered
campus.
teacher,
Oh,
I
I
would
wanna go
come.
to
I
that
would
school.
come.
Yeah,
Like,
when
you
you
know,
don't work here,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like,
Like,
a
dude,
new
the
Especially
new campus,
Starbucks.
the new campus would
I'll
be
send my
attracting new
students.
right, you would
teachers.
just go and drink some whenever you want.
I'm gonna send my students to give me one. Sure.
Like, you know, and it's not like right now where the classrooms are too small. Because I know some of the English teachers, those classrooms are pretty small, some of the English classrooms. Like, they're crowded. And I think that this campus will have a bigger classroom, and whenever teachers come and like they look at the classrooms, they're like, oh, I like this classroom, I would love to teach here. Like, you know?
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. I just firmly believe that.
I still believe, like, you know,
I just people think they're gonna take too much advantage over it.
Yeah.
Cause like, look, we're all like as nice as this is, I think people are just gonna like
Uh-huh.
just take advantage.
Like,
Always
like
just
you-
skip.
like you
They're
s-
still gonna skip. It's not gonna.
Like you see how it is outside in the foyer during like after like
I
both
know.
lunches, it's all dirty. Like even like as you're walking, like there's
Y'all
cups
need to
of
stop
like
littering.
there's like cups of like maple
Save
syrup
the
on the
planet.
floor.
Marty with the real
Like,
pressing
For
issues,
real.
man.
Save the
Like,
I want my
yeah.
kids to live on this earth one
Like
day.
Yeah.
if our students can barely take care of the school, what makes you think they're gonna take care of that?
That's some
I
facts.
see where you're coming from.
That's some facts.
But what gets me mad about people with the bond is they say it won't affect me. Like what CJ said, it won't affect me. But why don't you care about the future generations of PBT ISD students that will be affected by this?
Like Marty said, we need to take care of other things
Yeah.
first, like the involve picking up the trash, cleaning up the earth and the environment before we handle issues such as this.
You wanna know why I don't care about the future generations? Because they've grown up to know nothing but entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
that's-
weren't disciplined as children, like we were. I'm pretty sure all of us have been hit by our parents.
Yeah.
All right, and these kids nowadays are used to participation trophies for last place, all that. This is why shootings are happening. All right, I'm gonna tie this into here. This
So-
campus,
I agree with you, like completely. I agree with you, TJ. Like what you just said. But
Bro, have you ever seen
But
like
like
the
you have
little-
to start caring about the future generations if you don't want them to become less entitled. Because if you just leave them alone, then of course they're going to become more entitled. Of course they're going to get more participation trophies and all that.
okay, here. Say I do care about them now.
Okay.
Say I do my best. I do my best to teach them the right way. If their parents don't like the way I'm doing it, I have like no right to them. You know, they're not my kid. My kid, obviously, I'm gonna hit because if he's bad, right? But if their parents don't like the way I'm teaching their kid, they're gonna say, "Oh no, I don't want this for my kid." They're gonna teach him to be entitled. So like, there's no way to stop it.
It's just an endless cycle.
Yeah.
Even like my dad always says like kids nowadays they act like all bad and like they get away with it because their parents don't hit them. Like my dad's hit me. Like I know. Like granted,
I know your dad
also
don't hit you.
like
Mhm.
granted I still act like a punk from time to time, but like my dad will hit me and like.
Bro, these
Turn
kids
the
be
place.
walking around with like iPhone 11s, and I'm like,
Bro, I'm
I
still on my
know.
iPhone.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
still on
a
my
flip
iPhone
phone,
7,
bro.
bro.
Like,
It's been with me for 4 years.
Like that's the
bro.
thing,
Never
like
gonna change.
like our parents still hit us, and like we like granted we might act up from time to time, but we still know not
We
to
still
do-
know not to be shooting up places, not to be
like
threatening other people.
And I think once our generation grows up and has our own kids, then we're gonna see. Like right now, it's the generation that like we're in between, like
Oh,
right,
yeah.
like you see where
Yeah,
I'm coming
I
from.
get you.
Like we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I see what these kids are, and like we're gonna be like, no, you're not gonna act like that.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be disciplined.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Little back.
participation, you know?
Little
Like
Okay, boomer.
oh my god.
I had to. I love you, bro. I had to. Okay, boomer.
like you get where I was coming from with
Yes.
that?
maybe we should get away from this a little bit more, because this is getting kind of heated. I love the energy. But maybe,
What, bro?
you guys
Nah,
look like
bro.
you're
After
gonna-
this, you know, I'm gonna give him a hug.
Watch Good Humans.
Okay,
a good
another
show.
thing that we were talking about before we got on here was actually conspiracies about the school, because almost all of us have heard stories about how the schools around here are haunted. And
for sure.
if you ask me, that's a little scary. Like, so I want to ask y'all like stuff that y'all know, have heard.
Okay, so my house. If you want my address, bro, I give it to y'all. That's some sus stuff. I live right in front of PHS Elementary. Sometimes I'll go out there with my clubs and I'll hit, you know, thinking it's not gonna bother anyone. I will hear screaming, bro, at late at night, dude. Lights will be on. I'm like, there's no power to that building.
Late at night.
I'm hitting late at night because I can see my ball still. You know, I have hawk vision with these glasses, and it's just you'll see random lights like flicker on and off, and it's like you would think it's the cars freaking reflecting off, right? No,
And
There's-
like
there'd be
I've
no
passed
cars.
by around like 8:39, like you
and
know,
it's just
and like it's an abandoned building. Like I've seen construction workers there, but like you would think that the lights would be turned off, but like
the power
this
would
is
be
on the
cut.
other side of the building where like
Mhm.
you wouldn't think that the lights would be on, but the lights are on, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I don't trust PHS Elementary for. Okay, so I don't know if it's true or not, but my cousin before he left for college, he it was his senior year. Him and some friends broke into the school, and they tried staying the night. The first like 30 minutes they were in there, I was there at the house. They were in there like crying, bro, like scared out of their mind, and I was just suck.
Wait, Pegasus Elementary. That's by.
That's by you know what kindergarten is?
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
is it that white?
It's the white
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cause I
That's-
kid you not, someone told me that like a cheerleader died there,
Ooh.
something like that.
I've heard different stories of like cheerleaders being like killed. And my grandma said was like, she said that somebody killed themselves, like hung themselves at prom in main building, like
In main building or
in
B
A
building?
in B building, like back there. And like I've heard different stories of like B building being like being smelly, like B building smelling.
That's a little scary. That's kind of scary.
That's a little sus, bro.
Have you heard any other stories about people just more to add to it?
Zavala.
Zavala. I heard a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
I've heard a
And
lot. I've heard a
Bessie.
lot.
And Bessie.
When we were at Bessie, I was scared out of my mind.
I want to go get my tia's keys sometimes.
The lights would
You have the keys to
flicker
the wall?
on and off
She's,
all the
no,
time.
it's a Bessie. My tia's a teacher at Bessie.
Dog, I'm done. Let's go stay Bessie all night.
No,
Dog,
you're crazy.
I'll be there with you, bro. We'll be good, homie. High five.
That's not gonna distract
High
from
five.
TJ, high five. Oh, okay, guess not.
Oh, okay.
We're going together now.
Don't scare me like that.
I'm scared of the restrooms there.
I know
That's
where
best.
Restrooms are
like,
nasty.
I'll go into the restroom. I'm like, I can
Dog.
wait till I get home.
Okay, real quick.
I can wait till I get
Real quick.
I ain't home. I ain't dying today.
I want to diverge from the topic real quick. But what the heck is up with people and not even able to use the restroom correctly?
Dude, yesterday, I went into the boys' restroom right down the hallway from here. There was water everywhere. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what kind of water it was. I dipped out. I was not going.
I know
in there.
that restroom is closed off now.
Yeah,
No, they barely
opened it.
reopened it.
'Cause I went-
Like they
I went
took out all
earlier
the
to-
mirrors. They took out almost everything.
I know because like,
For real?
They
like
took it.
It's
every
like
every time you're
The
in there,
mirrors are gone.
Like-
They're out of there.
like I know Oscar caught kids like vaping in there.
We just
Don't
had a
vape,
vape.
kids.
We just had a vape assembly. We should have.
Stay away from
Well,
the
that was
drugs.
like I
J
think that
line
was
is my J line came.
J line was not for vape.
I
That
know.
was about being like bullying.
Yeah.
And, like being
okay,
intimidated.
but like I like every time I go into that restroom like.
It always
In the
stinks.
stalls, there's like like really vulgar writing. The floors are always wet. Like, can you guys like not aim?
Not aim.
See, sometimes I feel like it's just the urinals leaking, honestly.
Our title.
Yeah.
Is
How's the girls' restroom? Is it clean or is it dirty too?
Sometimes it just smells. It smells really bad. I'm like, ugh, like.
And then
Well,
like,
I
didn't
mean,
think
I can use it.
and then like,
I think that
and
has
then
to
when
do
you
with,
try
like-
to like use
and
this,
there's a
like
lot of
custodians.
stalls, so.
and then like when you try to use the sink, it's all filled with like paper.
Or the
And then,
main
like-
building that's fallen down like
And
3
then-
times.
And then the
I
soap
know that-
the soap dispenser's just broken, and the soap ain't even in there. Like it's not on the staff, it's on the kids. Like,
We don't take that. They don't take care of anything,
Yeah.
bro. We don't take care of anything.
like.
Not to like flex or
Like the
anything.
way I see that restroom is like how I feel like they use the restroom at
You
their
bring your own
house.
soap, don't you? You little
No,
loser.
no, I was gonna say.
Not
No, I was
to
gonna
say.
say this is another reason why the bond did I'm glad the bond didn't pass. Like we can't even take care of the restrooms right now. Like we literally keep destroying them. So like
I ain't gonna lie, bro. All I know is the food here has gotten better. Lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the food has
I
gotten
can't
better.
wait for Thanksgiving.
My favorite,
Right?
the chicken
It's
strips
today,
are so
yeah.
good.
yes today.
The chicken
Bro,
strips
it's
are
real
so good.
Exactly, bro.
Wait, what's for lunch today?
It's
It's Thanksgiving.
yeah, it's Thanksgiving. It's like some turkey and
The dressing,
stuff, and bro.
The
Oh,
chicken strips
mashed
are so
potato.
good from
I'm
the
gonna
school.
Well,
snack on
okay,
the
like
mashed
I'm gonna be
potato.
honest though, like I feel like y'all say like lunch has only gotten better. For me, I feel like it's just gotten worse.
Dog, it's
The
you
one thing
guys-
that's gotten worse are the bread rolls. The
It's
bread
some
rolls are
days.
not as good as they
Depends
used
on
to
the
be.
day.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
some
like,
days, like,
yesterday,
used to serve cold
they served
food,
fries,
bro.
and like the fries
Yeah.
were so fresh and they were so good.
Well, because like
like,
granted, like me and TJ have B lunch, and like
oh yeah, and sometimes they run out of
Because,
lunch.
like at A lunch and like we kind of get like the first like stuff,
Yeah.
you know, like so. I mean, it's not entirely bad, but then like
And like that's another reason
And then,
why I
like-
go like on one of the last things is because like some of the food is fresh. Like I've gone like she gave me like a whole handful of fries because like they were already closing the thingy. Like you
All
know.
I know, bro, is when there's those personal pan pizzas, I got like 3 to 4
Those are
times,
good.
bro.
Oh yeah, those are
Those
good.
are
I like
good.
those.
Like they'll be like, oh yeah, grab as many as you want.
I
Like, all right,
like
three.
it.
Let's start. Really good,
like
really
I
good,
don't
bro.
like to me I just haven't enjoyed lunch because like again like we have B lunch, it's like the most packed,
Dude,
And
I
like,
know.
and then there's always people
Wait,
cutting
do all
in
of you have
line.
B-lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one here that has A-lunch?
Yeah.
No wonder why I don't see,
And then like, that's the thing though. Like everybody's cutting in line in front of others. Like people are like getting in with their friends.
Bro, I almost smacked the cop.
And then- and I'm just like,
I'm gonna be honest,
Why?
I do that too. I couldn't lie.
Like that's like a pet
What's
peeve.
y'all's favorite food from lunch from school?
Personal pan pizzas, bro. Either the personal pan pizza or the boat
The
pizza.
spicy chicken bites.
Last year I really liked the chicken nuggets. They haven't had chicken nuggets this
You
year.
haven't? You haven't had
the
the
chicken nuggets
nuggets?
are
No.
good.
It's a little chicken strips, like chicken balls, but they're spicy.
Popcorn chicken, bro.
Yeah, that.
You don't know what popcorn chicken is?
The popcorn chicken from Allsup smacks when it's fresh.
Oh yeah.
Those are good.
We're all off topic.
We went from conspiracy theories to
I
food.
know to food.
My
This
deal
is
works at
something-
Allsup.
Y'all should have been there for our first episode of Omega. I think we talked about food, didn't we?
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
foods that we liked and like, yeah.
Alright, we're on food.
Nate,
Favorite type
We're
of
on
food. Favorite type of
Oh, that's a good one.
once TJ gets
Like,
into food,
what are the
there's no
different
stopping.
categories?
Alright, you got.
Like veggies, like
No, we ain't talking that. We got. We're talking
Italian.
about. Yeah, what I was about to say. We got Italian. We got freaking Texan, bro. The BBQ. We got
Chinese. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's
I
our
don't-
favorite.
Chinese. Nah, it's not Chinese. It's Asian, bro.
I want to go to Singapore and taste the food because I watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes,
That's a really good, and their
bro.
food looked really good, right? Crazy Rich Asians is one of my favorite movies.
We have a sushi place here, bro. Not about the end of it's not by the courthouse. No, it's. I'm trying to think
I was
of
about to
it.
say, I was getting pizza yesterday and I saw like this banner for it and it said like seafood and Mexican food.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what you're
bro,
talking
it's
about.
straight
It
garbage.
is next to the courthouse, isn't it? Like
Straight
it's
garbage?
and it's courthouse and then right next
Straight
to
garbage.
it.
Oh, that's
It's
seafood.
garbage.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
seafood
the
place.
King Shark.
Yes, that one.
They said my grandpa said the breakfast is really good there.
No, the breakfast. Oh, but the actual seafood.
The breakfast.
Oh,
With actual seafood.
actual seafood, bro, is garbage. All right, so let's get off of that topic. How do y'all feel about our boys playing the Glen Rose Tigers today?
I'm
Tomorrow.
so excited for them.
I
Bro.
know.
I'm so sad I won't be there to watch the game.
I hope they do good. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to
All right.
my boy Albert Aguilar, Isaiah. I hope he does good.
Okay, let's get off of that. Let's do it now. So,
Tomorrow.
What are y'all's favorite movies?
favorite movies?
Like, what are your guilty pleasure movies? What are your guilty pleasure movies?
I don't have a guilty pleasure movie.
Bro,
Rom-coms.
The Notebook.
Oh,
I've never
I
seen
love
that.
The Notebook.
Romance.
I love the Notebook.
I like Netflix
Yes.
rom-coms. Those are good movies.
I've probably never seen this movie, but like it made me cry so badly. And-
Science fiction's mine. I love Star Wars.
But I think that's a guilty pleasure.
TJ,
for
you
you.
really never watched
Obviously
Star Wars?
know that you like.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars.
Oh, okay, so y'all not like science fiction?
No, like I do, but I'm saying like a guilty pleasure, so like movie or.
I don't have guilty pleasure movies then. bro.
Mine are rom-coms. I'm just gonna say it.
We already knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm-
I still haven't
Like, I
finished
think I'm in the
Candy
same
Jar.
boat as TJ. Like, I don't have any guilt.
Like,
Like,
you
I
know,
would, like,
Noah's and
you just
the-
like a movie, right?
Yeah, I just like the movie, bro.
Mhm.
If you're
Like,
showing me some
you know the Netflix
action,
romantic
bro.
movies?
Oh! Favorite? Wait, okay. Has everyone here watched the original Star Wars
Good.
movies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen the original Star Wars movies?
Yes.
Yes.
You.
No, I don't.
Have you seen the original Star Wars movies?
Yeah, I've seen
Which one is your favorite one?
It's a tough one.
Strike me down, but if you strike me down, I will only grow more powerful. But the 1 through 3, especially Attack of the Clones.
You like 1 through 3?
Yeah.
You're little garbage, and I don't
Hey,
like
hey,
you, bro.
I like 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5,
Number
and 6
4.
are good.
Bro.
But 1, 2, and 3 aren't as bad as people say they are.
Yeah, they're not.
See, if I would say 1 through 3, say episode 1 through 3, please.
Episodes 1
Episode
through 3.
1.
Okay, episode 4. Oh my god.
Episode 4 is a good one.
No, the best thing to ever come out of Star Wars was
Yo.
the Clone Wars.
Oh,
animated
the
The
TV
series.
show?
animated series?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Star Wars The Clone Wars?
Like, God, like,
Smash.
that's so good.
Yeah, it was good. It was great. I loved it. Rex.
Mm. Speaking of Star Wars, The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian,
Oh, that's a
Mandalorian,
good show.
If y'all haven't watched Mandalorian yet, get Disney Plus. Watch it now.
It's only $6.99.
A month, bro.
God, the Baby
Mandalorian.
And you
Yoda.
have it free if you have Verizon.
Yeah. Or
How do
if
y'all
you-
feel
Year.
about
Year.
Disney Plus? How do y'all feel about Disney Plus?
Dog, hold on, dog. I gotta do this first. Hold up.
What do you do?
Wait, so Baby Yoda when he's
It's
I
not
can't-
Baby Yoda because it's not Yoda.
But we don't know his
It's
name.
post Empire.
Sit down.
Yoda's
Exactly.
species. We don't know what Yoda's
Sit
species
down.
But
is.
it's not
Yeah,
Baby
yeah,
Yoda. It's not Baby Yoda.
It doesn't matter. We don't know his species.
We
We're
don't
gonna
know
say
his
Baby
species, so
I'm
he's
just
basically
teasing
a
you,
Baby
TJ, he is
Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
You're funny. you're like the dad of this. So you're
I'll
like-
throw you down
I'm
too.
trying to keep it civil and
Okay.
calm, but I can't while TJ's here.
Have you seen Harry Potter?
Oh, I love Harry
Have
Potter.
you seen Harry Potter?
No.
Oh, what?
If Maybeth
You know-
was here, she would be freaking out. She loved
What
Harry Potter.
Deathly Hallow would you prefer to have? The cloak, the death. Is it called the Death Stone? The Death Stone or the Elder Wand?
I'll put this up here in a second.
See, I would say Elder Wand, but I take the cloak.
I don't want the Elder Wand. Like
Why?
it's such a pretty wand. Like the
It's
wand.
intricate,
The
right?
wand itself is so pretty, and the only true master of it. The only true master of it is the person who takes down the other person.
I can see y'all are getting very into this, but sadly we're gonna have to cut it off, or we're ending our time here on our Omega show. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed TJ and Harley as much as we did.
Well,
It was a doozy.
can I say something? We might try to. I don't know if we can. We might try to get them back in here tomorrow.
That would be a very.
It would be
special
nice.
treat.
It would be cool if we can get them back in here tomorrow, but they might have to do some work.
But
And
okay,
we
well,
might be
gotta-
doing this for an hour long.
Yeah, okay, well, we gotta go. That's our time. Thank you for watching. This is Angel signing off.
See ya.
Later, cuties.